So let's clear a common misconception. When we talk about margin in the futures world, it doesn't mean you're putting a down payment to own something, like you might with a stock or an ETF. Instead, it's kind of a good faith deposit, like we mentioned in the beginning. That deposit is much smaller than what you'd need to buy a security outright. Typically just 3 to 12% of the full contract value. So futures give you much more leverage, but it comes with risk again, okay? Be careful. Your broker and the clearinghouse require you to maintain a certain amount of funds in your account, called initial and maintenance margin. Also, if you want to take a position from a day trading setting to a swing trading setting, meaning that you want to keep your position open during the 1 hour when the market is closed, you will have to have double the money in your account to keep that open. Okay, usually it's about the double of the requirements for the day. Also, same thing for swinging your trades over the weekend. Okay, you will need a smaller size in your account for day trading, but it's going to be much more if you want to swing trade the position. So if the market moves against you and your balance dips too low, you will get a margin call. Or worse, your position could be closed automatically. It's super important to understand that margins are dynamic though, okay? So when the markets are calm, margin can be lower. But when things get wild and volatile, you can expect margins to rise. So it's knowing how margin works, okay, is very important. Again, I trade with Interactive Broker. You can visit their website. They have all the information you need about how much you need for every product, because the margin for gold will be different than the margin for NQ, for example, or US. So I have now a table of the margins example. So you have the exchange where the product is traded, and you have the intraday initial. So you will need $16,000 to trade ES, a full contract of ES, okay? And then you will need an overnight of $23,000. So it's not double, but you know, it's bigger there. And if you want to trade the micro, you will need only $1,642 for one micro contract of ES. And then the overnight initial will be $2,300. Again, they have all, if you visit their website, they have everything you need to know. I put the two flags here because when I trade with Interactive Brokers, I have a US account. So the currency that I use to trade is US dollars. So I have the same table applying to my account. So here's a quick comparison with futures, stocks, and options. Like I said, lower capital needed. And stocks, you have the PDT rules. The options, moderate. I don't really know options, but it's in between, like in the of stocks and futures. Again, leverage will be different. The hours, we have 23 hours a day. We have the market hours for stocks and options. It's very simple. Really, that's another thing that I really like about futures is you trade in contracts, and I mean, you're not gonna play around a lot, you know, because 10 micro MES is 1 ES. So when you reach a level in your trading where you are trading 10 micros, maybe you can only take 1 micro if you don't partial, for example. So again, even the sizing will be simpler. So let's look at how profit and loss actually works in the futures market, using the crude oil as an example. Every contract represents 1,000 barrels of oil, and each tick, just 1 cent, equals $10. So even small price movements can add up quickly. Say you bought at $53.60 and the price climbs to $54. That's a 40 tick move, which equals a $400 profit on a single contract. And if you had 5 contracts, well, that's now $2,000. The same calculation applies in reverse if price goes against you. So again, understanding how every product worked is critical for risk management. And we want to start with 1 micro contract of each product. And now let's address a few common fears, okay? Futures are too risky. Well, you can, like I said, start with a very smaller portion version of them, and they're only as risky as your risk management. With micros, you can control your exposure. I need to be an expert. I need to learn so much. No, you need a process. And you need a trading strategy that you probably already use in stocks, and you just need to understand how they move. And it's not only for institutions, not anymore. Brokers have made futures accessible, and they are traded on many platforms. And you don't have to hold overnight. You can close your trade like a day trade. So futures market, they close at 5 p.m. for indices, for example, okay? So you have until 5 p.m. Eastern to close your position, and you can reopen a new position when it opens again at 6 p.m., so an hour later. So if you check a few of these boxes, futures might be perfect for you. They're built for speed, focus, flexibility, and they're ideal for day traders looking to keep things simple and yet very efficient. So to wrap up, futures are powerful, but they don't have to be complicated. You don't need a PhD in economics to trade them. You need structure, risk management, and a few trading setups. So, I just want to end with some useful website that I'm using. It shows you the most active of all futures. So if you're not sure what contract is traded, you go here and you get the contract with the most volume, and it's going to tell you, okay, we are trading September. Now it's December, but when I took the screenshot, September was the contract. So a good website to look into. So bar chart, most active all futures. Then you have obviously the CME group, so Chicago Mercantile Exchange Group website. They have this amazing education section where they take everything in detail. So if you want to know more about futures, if you have more why and this and that, visit their website. They also have a futures paper platform that you can trade on just to make yourself comfortable with the price movements. And finally, I have this futures calculator. It's very handy. You have your position information, so the entry price, your take profit for, so here we selected long. So you need to select, is it a long or a short? You need to select your futures market. What are you trading? So here it's an ES long position. We enter at this price, we plan to take profit here, and we plan to stop here. And then you click calculate, and it's going to generate the calculation for that trade. Also, you have all the futures market details for that product. So for the S&P 500, the ES, you will have the price format example. So this is the price format. Contract size, $50. This is the E-mini, $50 an index point. And it's gonna be 0.25 point. So it's the minimum tick for that product, and it's equal to $12.50, and 1 point is 50, like we said. Margin requirement, well, it's another website, so it's not the same value as Interactive Broker. Then you have the delivery months and the trading hours. Okay, so very important, trading hours. So you know the market closes at 5, and sorry, at 5, opens at 6 because it's Central Time. Okay, so it opens at 6 o'clock Eastern and closes at 5 o'clock Eastern. I always get mixed up with the Central Time. I don't like to have like 1 hour difference. It's it's messing with my brain too much. And then you can also download the PDF of your calculation and the details of the product. So thank you so much for watching this presentation, and do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. Hey, Market Alchemist! I hope you enjoyed the full series as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. If you have any comment, please drop them in the comment section. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell, because you don't want to miss what's coming next.